how do we define addiction?
You know what? Having taught addictions in the addiction studies program at a university for the last, since 1998, that makes it almost 17 years now, and working out in the field and writing many books and articles on addictions, there is no one clear-cut specific definition I like to use. It really is a culmination of parts. I like to say that an addiction is a habit that turned into a necessity because your mind or your conscious mind has now convinced your unconscious mind that you need to have this all the time. Add to that, it's becoming physiologically addictive, like alcohol, that your body now needs to have it. It's built up a tolerance to it, and it's used to having it in the bloodstream. So you have a physical tolerance to it. An addiction possesses, or a psychological tolerance, or you want to call it any mental tolerance to it. It also provides instant gratification. It relieves pain or stress. You take it, and then I think the paramount thing, which is really important with addiction, is you have tried repeated times to quit on your own. You've even had outside help, and each time you failed. When it's come to that, Carlos, that's when you know you have an addiction. You can't go without, you can't do without, and most importantly, you can't quit on your own unless there's some sort of intervention or outside source outside of you that can actually help you quit.
So when physiologically it overtakes you, you have to get outside help.
Absolutely. It's kind of funny because there's different theories when you look at addictions, and one of them is kind of an interesting one, which is called the spiritual theory of addiction, or a spiritual addiction, which basically, it's the spiritual premise which says you get infiltrated by a spirit, almost like a demonic possession, so to speak. But what is another name for alcohol and liqueurs? Spirits. And literally you get possessed by the spirit, and you need to have the hair of the dog in you and courage in a bottle. So this then becomes basically what I see with many people with addictions is they have what are called addictive personalities. So they have some sort of dysfunctional upbringing, some sort of characterological defect within themselves that they believe that they can compensate, overcome, or if you want to call modify their lives, or even better still, cope with existing stresses in their life, usually distressors, and this is their way of dealing with things and overcoming things. But obviously you're putting a dysfunctional Band-Aid on a dysfunctional problem.